Here we go again. Yeah, there we go. PD looks squared up. That blanket. Well, rough morning. Johnny put in some work. I got a cool prop for you guys though. Me and my gadgets. Wiped out. Wiped out. Well, let's see if the notices go out. Get some misfits in here. Have another good conversation. Really enjoyed yesterday's live. And should you catch the replay, just fast forward to the good part. Like I said, I got a cool prop. I think you guys will dig it. I learned early on to spend good money on tools. You get what you pay for, not to mention it makes life a lot easier when you got what you need when you need it. Wow, slow start. Oh, I see a thumbs up. That's cool. The notices must have went out. I saw a 0 up there that nobody was watching, but there was one of these, so cool. Thank you. Henry, what were you doing today? I was trimming tree branches off the top of an extension ladder. It was quite sketchy. We got Cricket from India. Nice to see you. Welcome aboard. Yeah, it was a rough morning. I got this, they call it a little giant. It's an aluminum extension ladder that folds and whatnot. Real good, real strong. But leaning an extension ladder against a tree, the top of it could slide off if you're not careful. And as a sheet metal worker, I spent a lot of time on a ladder. And I was out there for a couple hours this morning and it just whooped my ass. Being sick, oh, there's my notice. Being sick and just old, out of shape, all the rest of it, it took a lot out of me, man. I was huffing and puffing, short in breath, face got all red. I was like, man, John, you better be careful. Mess around and pop that aneurysm you got going on. Whiskey's in the house. Good to see you, homeboy. Had some of your fellow Maine, I don't know how you would say it, but folks from Maine were in here yesterday. It was cool. I hear you and I feel you. Thank you, Henry. Yeah, here. Let me whip this out now that we got a couple folks. So I'm on the top of an extension ladder, right? Leaned against a tree, way up there. Maine addicts, there you go. I like that, Whiskey. And trying to cut these big branches is pretty sketchy. And I got a little sawzall, but it's slow, real slow to get through branches. But Johnny has a gadget. Kita electric chainsaw. And I'll tell you what, you energize it with this little button right there. Pow. Now it's hot. Or it was. Oh, wrong button. That was the battery button. I guess that tells you what kind of juice your battery's got left. But down here, that's how you energize this thing. And watch this. See the torque? And it's heavy, but you know, I could manage it with one hand because being on an extension ladder, one hand on the ladder, one hand on the saw. uh, I was getting busy. It was rough because when you cut these big branches, some of them are this big around. I made sure to cut into the side of it so when it started to fall, it would swing away from me. Because if it swings the wrong way and knocks me off the ladder, I'm toast. So it was pretty sketchy. And boy, it just wore me out. Absolutely kicked my ass. I'm so out of shape. I mean, there were days back when I was on a job site putting in a 10-hour day, no problem. Now I go out there for a couple hours and I'm just wiped out. Absolutely wiped out. You are at your house. Yes, I'm at my house. Whiskey. I've been cutting trees the last couple days too. Branches everywhere. Yeah. Look, Eric's in the house. Good to see you, Eric. Yeah, the kid was putting in some hard work today, man. It took its toll. I could feel it. Even my legs were getting tired from going up and down on the ladder and balancing. I just can't believe how out of shape I am. And thank you for the thumbs up, by the way. Appreciate you guys. So now my day's done. Come in, have some coffee. Trying to stay plugged in every day. Got all these branches trimmed for this guy so he could get his big rig in and move my ship container. And I was thinking about you, Whiskey, talking about your boys with trucks. I was thinking about, because the ship container I got's a little rough. It needs to be patched in a couple spots and the doors don't close right because it's a little racked. But if I had somebody with the right trucks, I could load all my stuff into that ship container and have them pick it up. So when the guy comes to move the ship container, I'm going to talk to him about, like on a big rig trailer, they got the tires in the back and then the little jack in the front, right? So that you can back up a fifth wheel and hook to it. I'll ask him if that ship container is compatible to hook an axle in the back and a fifth wheel attachment in the front, and make a decision on whether or not that's feasible for me to use that thing to move everything in. And then I can just get it off the property completely before I sell. But where I'm going to park it, it'll be tucked away so it won't be an eyesore, and I'll be in compliance with the city. So, you know, making moves to get moved, if you know what I mean. Eric, always hit the thumbs up. Thank you. As soon as I get here, I wish I was there to help you. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that, man. It's the thought that counts, homeboy. I appreciate you. If I send you a coffee mug, will you use it? Absolutely, man. Absolutely. You want to send me a coffee mug? I'll come out here and drink out of it for sure. I got a couple of your mugs. I think they're still in the other house. I know you love your metal cup. Yeah, it just keeps it hot for a long time. And the lid closes so I'm not spilling it. But dude, I'd love to be sitting out here chatting with you guys, drinking with one of your cups. Absolutely. Don't forget to double tap the screen. Thank you, Henry. I appreciate you guys. Thank you. Yeah, you guys just popped in. Let me show you my prop, what I was working with today. Battery powered Makita battery buttons, energizer button down yonder. I mean, if I balance with one hand, watch the torque throw this thing over. I'll tell you what, man, this thing zipped through those branches like butter. It really worked really well. I was very impressed. And when you're working off the top of an extension ladder, it's real sketchy. I mean, trying to hold on and saw and watch out for branches falling, and it's it was a challenge, and it was dangerous, man. I knew if one of them branches cut loose and swung the wrong way, it knocked me right off my ladder, and I was at least 14 feet in the air, right? Plenty high enough that if I landed on my head, I'd be dead. So I was trying to be careful. Hell yeah, that is badass one. Yeah, dude. Well, the thing is, when I was living in the mobile home park and stacking silver and buying tools, and when I buy something tool-wise, I was thinking about being on the property and what would I need. I got a lot of drills and saws and leaf blower and anything I could think of that I would need to use on a piece of property, right? Not, I got plenty of tools to wrench on a car and a Harley and all that, but I needed tools to get busy. And as soon as I moved here, I bought a skill chainsaw, but I had this little Makita from when I lived in the mobile home park. And the Makita, it's really convenient and it's electric, because to get up on a extension ladder with a big skill chainsaw, gas powered, forget it. Way too heavy, way too dangerous. There's no way. And to try to hack at them branches with a little tiny sawzall, forget it. I'd have been up there forever. Oh, imagine that thing was probably pretty loud on the gadget. I remember your shed. That thing was badass. Yeah. Yeah, I'm always building something. Stocking up on all the same batteries. Yep. Generator. Yep. I got 2 generators. I think I got 16 or 17 of these batteries. These things aren't cheap. Like $50, I think. And I'm sure the prices have gone up. And I'd see a drill motor, because I got little impact drill motors. I got a regular drill motor. I got a big, huge impact drill motor for like taking off lug nuts and driving in anchors. I got a portaband. What else? A rotahammer, and they all use the same batteries. And every time I bought one of those, they send you a battery with it. And every once in a while, they'd have a deal and they'd send you 2 extra batteries. So I think I got about 16 or 17 of these batteries. And I'm pretty well outfitted for whatever I need to do for the most part. I got a steel auger for drilling fence posts. Quite a bit of stuff. And all that stuff has gone way up in price since I lived in the mobile home park and was stacking up all them tools in that shed I built. JB187's in the house. Good to see you. Thanks for the thumbs up, you guys. I appreciate you. Yeah. Johnny and his tools. Makes all the difference in the world having the right tools for the job. It really does. So how you guys doing out there today? How's the weather everywhere? It cool off in Texas at all for you guys out there, Eric? Wiped out, man. I'm so tired. And I was only at it. Pouring rain, whiskey. Well, that's better than snow. I had pouring rain yesterday. I wanted to get at all these branches yesterday, and there was no way. I got a break in the rain, but it's cold outside, and it's only in the 40s. Sunny here, cool in the morning, but it gets to 90 in the afternoon. Gotcha, homeboy. Yeah, whiskey. I think there was at least two, maybe 3 people in here yesterday from Maine. I haven't seen Cheeseburger in a while, But Big Al was here, and trying to remember the other guy's name. Just chopped down the last of the plants earlier. Nice. Hang them upside down and be patient. My power is still out. John B. Oh, man, I'm sorry, John B. You up there in North Carolina or Florida? Hasn't rained in 2 months here. Sucks. I wish it would rain. The ground is so dry. Really, Eric? It's been 2 months since you guys seen any rain in Austin? Damn. It's 48 here in Michigan. JB. Oh, that's right. JB's up in Michigan. Michigan's on the radar. I don't know where I'm going to end up. I just wish I was already there. After today, I was thinking, man, trying to take on this Misfit Island and build doggy apartments and all the big plans I got. I don't know if I got the energy for it, man. If I get the help I need and I got some youngsters, I'm good at pointing a finger, showing somebody how to use a saw, not a sawzall, a chainsaw. LS is in the house. We had rain here in Arizona 20 hours straight. Wow. That sounds like some flash flood stuff. Whiskey, you have to write a letter to your governor. Have your neighborhood. Yeah, shh. Portugal, Azores. 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 Oh, I see. Azores. I said Arizona. My bad, young lady. Because when I read Arizona, I'm thinking, didn't she say she moved to Portugal? Yeah, there goes my reading again. Eric. Well, I got a open room for you to stay if you ever want to come visit. Ah, thank you, dude. I do. I want to come down and see you and check out Texas and see what it's all about. It's in the middle of the Atlantic. Gotcha, young lady. Bill W's in the house. Yo, good afternoon, brother. East Coast time. And you know how things go. Biggest prayers. Thank you, Bill. And thank you for your comment, man. I really appreciated that last comment, man. Thank you so much. And like I said, I don't care where I live. Texas, Ohio, Maine, Michigan. I don't care the location. I care about having help and good people for neighbors that I can trust and somebody that I can sit down and drink a cup of coffee with, man. I'm tired of being lonely. I decided to call in today, LOL. Adam. Gotcha. Oh, Adam, Big Al, I think, right? If memory serves. Hit the thumbs up. There you go, Eric, Johnny, going into your settings and turn on your talk text feature. It will read everything to you. Oh, wow. Nice. I'll have to try to figure that out. Adam, what's up, brother? Coming from Indiana. There you go. Bill W. Yes, sir. Yeah, Bill, thank you, man. I really appreciate it. All you good misfits out there saying kind words and well wishes and come see me and all that stuff, it helps me, man. It really does. It helps. There are work programs that can help with your charity. Thank you, LS. Appreciate that. You're looking better, healthier today, man. Yeah, well, the thing is, since I started taking ivermectin, I put on 30 pounds, man. I got to 153 pounds. I weighed that weight when I was in junior high school. When I graduated from high school, I was 185, which is about what I am now. 180, right around there. And within 2 years after graduating from high school, when I fully filled out, I was 220 pounds. I fluctuated between 210 and 220 almost my whole life. And then got pretty heavy for a while, drinking and eating junk food and not working out. I got up to 250 pounds. But when I was at my sickest with this condition of mine, 153 pounds. So I managed to put on 30 pounds. I'm definitely healthier than I was, but I'm still sick. My energy is still really bad. Yeah, your older videos show you were buffed. Such a difference. Yeah, yeah. In the last 3 years, the changes I've been through since I moved here have been really hard on me. And after the work I did in the yard today and how hard that was, and I really didn't do that much. Physically, it wasn't that hard to do, but it really took a lot out of me, man. KO, I struggled to put on weight, so I feel you, Johnny. Hoping you have a great day today. Thank you, Kyo. Adam, the first video I saw of yours was when you were outside taking a lunch break after doing some painting. You showed us some sheets of plywood for some projects. Yeah, I still got a whole bunch of sheets over there, and 2x4s and 4x4s. I got so many little projects that I need to get done here before I put this place up for sale. Whiskey, same here, 6'2", 220. Nice. Adam, after that I went back and looked at your other videos and shorts. Well, thank you, Adam. I appreciate you watching the channel. What's up, Johnny? Durkin Forest Frost. Durkin Forest. Forest Frost. What's up, JohnnyO? What condition do you have, if you don't mind me asking? I'm sick with a parasite. I don't like talking about it because people's eyes roll in the back of their head when you say parasite. But I got infected with a parasite shortly after I moved here, and I didn't know it for well over a year or more before I really realized what was wrong with me. And I started taking ivermectin, and it's helped a great deal, but it hasn't killed it off. Bill W. Myself on Opsin one cheeseburger, always from Madrid, obsessed, unfortunately. What? Myself on I'm struggling reading that, Bill. Sorry, man. Cheeseburger, always from Mod, obsessed, unfortunately. Oh, man, I don't quite understand. Sorry, Bill. My reading sucks, man. I'm sorry. Parasite, the Holy Lord, sir. Love, blessings from India. Thank you. Appreciate you. I saw your Wes Watson response video. I don't know why Wes is so popular. Yeah, me neither. He helped me get off the booze, motivated me listening to his bullshit rap, but he's about the money. He's not about doing what I do out here, really trying to make a difference. He talks like it, but he's a hustler. Bill W., I'm sorry, that was terrible. I'm one cheeseburger away from, moderate, obesity. Oh, I see what you're saying, Bill, my bad. Well, the thing about being heavy is it just takes discipline, man. You know, I do really well with the carnivore diet. I preach that, eating meat. I don't eat any rice and potatoes and no starches, no sugar, no soda. And it keeps the weight off for me because I can get heavy real easy. Well, I used to before I got sick. When I got sick with the parasite, man, I started dropping weight and I could not put weight on for nothing. What days and times do you go live? Adam. I try to go live every day. Lately, I've been doing lives early in the morning or this time of the day. I'm going to try to do one this evening because a lot of people are at work. I used to do them twice a day, 7 a.m. and 7 p.m. And I'm trying to get back on a regular schedule. I've been really preoccupied. I got a lot on my plate. I got a court date coming up real soon and moving and stressed out, and my dog's passing away. I've been in a bad headspace, but I'm going to try to come out here more regular. Thanks for that question. Joe is in the house. Good to see you. Hi, brother. Durkin. Understand. We'll hope you get well soon, Johnny. Prayers for you, bud. Get back to big and strong. Thank you, Durkin. Thank you. I appreciate that. Adam, that's what I'm doing now is the carnivore diet, and I feel the best I've ever felt. Amen, Adam. Me too. I preach that carnivore diet. Just in general health, since I cut out all sugars and starches, I don't eat any junk food at all, no potatoes, no rice. I used to love pasta. I used to eat a lot of pasta. I don't eat any of that anymore. Simply Human cheeseburgers is fine with no bun. Absolutely, dude. I eat hamburger all the time, just no bun, no French fries. Throw in some extra bacon. I agree, Simply. It's the bread that makes you fat. LS, I don't know one carnivore person who is super healthy. They always have health problems. So far, so good for me. I take vitamins. I take supplements to make sure that whatever I don't get from eating vegetables, that at least I'm getting something in me besides just meat and fat. I mean, a balanced diet is important for sure, but, John B's in the house. Was it something from the water or some food that got you sick? I don't know yet. I haven't found the source. It could have been from my well, or it could have been that I got bit by a bug. They have what's called a deer fly, and they're up here. And if you get bit by a deer fly that's infected with this parasite, it can get you sick. And until I can get to a doctor that I can trust and that has half a brain. See, I went to 2 different hospitals, and neither one of them, they refused to take my samples. They didn't even look at anything under a microscope. And my research tells me, and I got the worms. You can see them on videos. I got the worms. And they have to be tested, DNA test on the worm, and then they tell you what antibiotic you need to be on. I've done a lot of research on this because I'm sick with it. I've seen it in my stools. I saw it in my dog's stools. I got all the hard evidence that I need to get healthy, but the doctors that I went to labeled me with parasite delusional syndrome. 2 different doctors that I saw for like a half hour. They're not psychiatrists. How dare you call me delusional? Unreal. Absolutely unreal. And if you go on YouTube and you look up deer fly parasite or the kissing bug, and you do your homework, and yeah, it's supposedly really rare to get a parasite in North America because we have clean water. Back in the day, the Little Rascals. Anybody knows old-time TV, the Little Rascals? Spanky on one of the episodes said, "Oh, it's dinner time to feed the worms." It was very common to get a parasite back in the 40s, 50s, whatever, 30s, because of clean water. And the problem is my well got compromised. I got a bunch of dirt in there because of a situation in the neighborhood. My well was tied to another property and blah, de blah, and the water line got cut. And I got all this dirt and shit in my water filters because I'm on this well. And so My suspicion is my well is what got me sick, but I can't say for a fact. I really don't know. I just know what I know. You know, I got those worms in a bowl. I got plenty of proof. All I need is for a doctor with half a brain to submit my samples for DNA testing and say, here is your medicine. LS, sorry, just my truth. No worries, LS. I understand. LS, the carnivore is doing very well. There you go. No issues killing my workouts. There you go, Joa. Right on, brother. Glad I called off work and caught your live. We are here to support you, bro. Well, thank you for that, Adam. I appreciate that. Durkin, what does the tattoo say on your fingers? True grit. Just like the old movie with John Wayne, True Grit. I got plenty of it. Carnivore is the best. Keto's the way. There you go, Simply. Definitely here to support you, JohnnyO. Thank you, Dirk, and I appreciate that. Simply Human. They are carnivores to fix problems. The meat didn't cause the problem. There you go. Joa, that is a poster. Oh, it's a blanket. That's a big blanket behind me. Thank you. I love it too. It was actually sent to me by a Misfit a long time ago. This nice lady named Mona sent it to me. Adam, I don't understand how you can bring them proof and they don't do anything for you. Can you go to a different doctor? Problem is, there's only one little clinic here in town, and the next hospital is like 2.5 hours away, and it's the Mayo Clinic. Very big, prestigious hospital. And after getting treated that way twice up here, I'm not dealing with any more doctors up here. I've had a lot of problems with people up here that don't like me because I'm not from up here. I've dealt with a lot of adversity because the people in this area don't like outsiders. And the way I was treated in the hospital is unconscionable to me. When I went to the Mayo Clinic and I told that lady, I said, I'm really sick. And I go, I've already been to the other clinic and some doctor wants to call me delusional. She called that doctor and then she comes back into the room and says, have you had parasite delusional syndrome before? I said, lady, what are you talking about? I don't have it now. I'm sick. And I told her, I said, you mean to tell me this hospital doesn't have a microscope where you could look at what I brought you and see it for yourself? She says to me, we're just a little urgent care and we don't have the facilities to test for a parasite. The Mayo Clinic. The Mayo Clinic. That's a very prestigious hospital. And the first place I went to, he looked at it, at what I brought in with the magnifying glass. And I said the same thing to him. You mean to tell me you don't have a microscope here? Because see, the thing is, this is a jeweler's loop, 12X. I can see stuff with this that would curdle your stomach. What the doctor looked at my sample with was like 3X, what you read a book with. A little magnifying glass with a little handle, with a little light on it that you read bigger print. You know what I mean? They made up their mind before I even walked in the door. It's unconscionable. It's absolutely, I don't want to use the word criminal, but it's terrible the way I've been treated up here, man. And heaven forbid I find out that my dogs died because of this parasite. Anyway, I don't like talking about it because it's caused me so much grief. But my videos, and I took a bunch of them down. I just didn't want them up there. But you can see how skinny I was. And you can see, since I've started taking the ivermectin, how much weight I put on. You can't make that stuff up. That's not a delusion. The thing about the worms that I have in the bowl that I made the video about, I didn't have those worms when I went to the doctor. I had plenty of other samples, and I had plenty of symptoms, physical symptoms that they did not address. So when I get back to San Francisco, I've been seen at UCSF, which is another very big, prestigious hospital, and I've been seen at Stanford too. I need an infectious disease specialist. That's what I need. That's the kind of doctor I need to see. Somebody that knows what they're looking at, knows how to get it tested properly, and put me on the right medication. See, the thing is, with the ivermectin, it kills the adult parasite, but it doesn't kill the eggs. So what I go through now is a life cycle, and I just been going through it. I think it's starting to get a little better, but I'm not too sure. I get an outbreak. Until the ivermectin kills off the adults, I go through really low energy swings. It's like up and down, amongst other symptoms. It's brutal, but you know, the only thing I can do is self-treat with ivermectin because I can get that over the counter in multiple locations, and it's made to kill parasites. But it doesn't kill the eggs. LS. I love the Little Rascals. There you go. Joa, clean water? Yeah, dude, I got a well. I need to get it tested. And I've called people to test my well, and I got no help there either, believe me. Just go to Michigan and that all becomes a joke. There you go. Simply human. I'm so carnivore and I love it. There you go. Bill W. True grit. Damn right. That's a big medicine right there when you got all that working for you. There you go, Bill W. Durkin. Thanks for showing. Awesome tattoo, brother. You're welcome, Durkin. Well, I guess I need to get caught up. I'm glad the chat has been normal lately. These positive conversations really help me out to stay positive throughout my day. Me too, Joa. Me too. Yeah, it's been nice. Not much drama with the trolls for quite a while. And my videos don't get put in circulation anymore, right? YouTube doesn't push my videos. In fact, if you go to my last couple lives, there's almost no comments anymore. And I know people's comments get taken down. I get a lot of hassles on YouTube. There are people that stalk me and mess with this channel as much as they possibly can. It's sad. It's really sad. And I'm sure one of them's watching right now. Yeah, it's BS. They should have treated you right. Amen, Durkin. Dilbert's in the house. Johnny, good to see you, bro. Hope you're doing well. I'm doing real good. Thank you. That's absolutely crazy, Adam. Yeah, it is. Yes, you have gained weight for sure. Big time, man. I put on 30 pounds. You can't. 30 pounds in 4 months. Maybe 4 or 5 months since I started taking the ivermectin. I think Kimba died about 4 months ago, 5 months ago. I don't, you know, I try not to think about it. Got to go for now, brother. I'll have a blessed day. Thank you, Bill W. Thanks for popping in. I appreciate you. Sounds absolutely brutal. This is Adam. I just want to see you in better place. Thank you, Adam. I appreciate that. We can change the subject. No worries, brother. Macho's in the house. Good to see you, young lady. It's been a long time. Yeah, when I first started this live, I was talking about my tree trimming. Here, let me show off again. This is what I was up to today. Trimming branches off a tree. You ready? Johnny and his tools. Thank you, guys. Thank you for double tapping the screen, for all your great comments and all your love and support. I really appreciate it. And it's so good to see you, Macho. It's been a long time. I hope you're doing okay. I know you've been going through it, young lady. I hope things have gotten better. Eric, I'll call you or text you. I know you like purple, so you want a purple coffee mug? Sure, dude. I love purple. It's my favorite color. I appreciate you, Eric. You're the best. In fact, I got to dig up your mugs. I know I got them next door. In fact, no, they might even be in my dishwasher over here. I'll have to, next time I go live, I'll find one of your old mugs and I'll be drinking coffee out of one of your other mugs, man. But you can send me anything you want, brother. I love you. And thank you, guys. 10 thumbs up. I appreciate you. I only see 11 people watching, so I appreciate it. No worries, dude. It's all good. LOL. There you go. I do. I enjoy plugging in with you guys. It helps me, man. Lonely old man, stuck here all by myself, no dogs, surrounded by folks that don't like me. It's a tough place for me to be. I'm stressed every day. There's no doubt about it. I live in a stressed out state on a daily basis, and it's not healthy. Love you too, man, and I appreciate you. You've helped me so much. Dude, it goes both ways, man. You're good people, Eric. I appreciate you a great deal, and I can't wait to come down to Austin and come see you. I'm looking forward to it. Thank you, guys. Thank you, thank you. 13, my favorite number. 13 thumbs up. Yeah, you guys help me get through the day. You really do. I keep missing your lives. Glad I caught on. Well, I'm glad you did too, Macho. So good to see you. LS. But you push on. I surprised you haven't left. I'm surprised you haven't left. I'm trying, young lady. I just can't pick up and leave. You know, what I pay for my mortgage payments doesn't leave me with enough left over to go rent something somewhere else. I wish I could just pick up and leave. Believe me, I really do. It's just too complicated, and I got everything wrapped up here. And this house has been broke into twice. They didn't steal nothing, but people have been in this house twice when I wasn't home. I think my comment here on the live feed got deleted. Jesse. See, that's probably my troll. Messing around. I'm sorry, Jesse. But I appreciate you sticking around and fighting the good fight. Mine did too. Yeah, see, that's my troll. Are you still moving? Yes. Yes, I am. I'm going to try to be moved in the spring, no later than the summer. It depends on how fast I can sell this property and what I can get for it. It's, you know, and the economy and interest rates, and there's just so many things, and I'm just praying I can get out of here quickly. Where are you from? Where are you from? I grew up in the San Francisco Bay Area, little city called Redwood City. Now I live in northern Wisconsin. Came up here to start a dog rescue, and it didn't work out. People in a small town don't always welcome outsiders. I've been through a great deal of grief since I moved to this little town. And I'm sorry if your comments get knocked down, you guys. That's my stalker. Jesse, what I initially said to you is great to see you doing much better physically. Prayers for you. Ah, thank you, Jesse, and thank you for reposting that, man. I really appreciate you being patient with my stalker. It's lousy, and I know who it is. Coward. My stalker is a coward. If you got a problem with me, show up at my house, coward. Instead of hiding behind your gadget, messing with comment sections like a little child, show up at my house, stalker. Sorry, guys. Get a little fussy when people mess with you guys. Did you ever break a bone? No, fortunately, LS. I've had a lot of health issues, collapsed lungs, spine fusion, bunch of work-related crap, but I've never broke a bone. Are you always working and using tools? Yes. Yes, I am, LS. I don't have the energy that I once did, so my working around here is very slow. I got a lot of projects to get done, and oh man, I just hard being old and broken up. Drink some pomegranate juice. I'll have to pick some up. Thank you for that, Durkin. What work do you do? I'm a retired union sheet metal worker. That's heating, air conditioning, and ventilation. I worked in high rises most of my life. I got a pension from the sheet metal union, and I get a little bit from Social Security because I paid taxes for almost 40 years. And I'm 62 years old. So the only work I do now is trying to fix things up around this property. But thank you for that question. I appreciate you. No worries. AKASH. Akasha. Sorry, I'm also dyslexic, so my reading is really bad. But like LS said, it's gotten better. Me reading these comments, I'm a little faster than I used to be, but I still struggle quite a bit when I see something I don't recognize. 62, you look 55, dude. Well, thank you, Jesse. I appreciate that. Akasha, it's fine. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. From India. Thank you. I get quite a few folks in here from India. That's very cool. I appreciate it when people pop in from all over the globe. You know, it's a strange world we live in. How these gadgets bring us together. You know, the gadgets cause a lot of problems, but I'll tell you what, there is a silver lining. Joseph, and in back. I must have missed some, I don't know, context there, Joseph. And in back, I'm not sure. Global family, LS. There you go. Absolutely. Absolutely. I think Joseph's comment says, I am back, and I am back, I think. Good to see you, Joseph. And once again, thank you guys for double tapping the screen. I appreciate you. I see 14 of them up there now. Akasha, yes, make a good relationship with various countries. There you go, Joseph. I have a problem with misspelling words. No problem, Joseph. So do I. If it wasn't for the gadget, I wouldn't be able to spell anything. Rise and shine. LM's in the house. Good to see you. Yeah, Johnny was rising and shining today. Johnny, you are like a cool teacher. Well, thank you. And I try to pass on a little wisdom. This old man's been through a lot, and there's a fair amount of youngsters that watch, and anything I can say that can help somebody means a lot to me. And showing love and kindness and a kind act for a stranger, that kind of thing makes me feel good. And comments like that make me feel good, LS. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Joseph, send. I am writing and have a problem using $1 million words. There you go. Yeah. I was, for the person that said, what do you do? Today, I was doing tree trimming work with my little Makita chainsaw. So I thought I'd come out here and share some of my activities. It was tough. I only got a couple hours in, but I got something done today. Someone keeps deleting my comments that Juicy will get rid of, that the juice will get rid of the parasite. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. That's my stalker. But thank you, Durkin, for continuing to post until it goes through. Thank you. Oh my goodness. LM, there you go. That's a nice chainsaw. Yeah, man. The thing is, I had to work on top of it, an extension ladder, and to put, to try to hang on to a gas-powered skill chainsaw, there's no way I could do it. But this thing, I could manage with one hand for the most part. It's kind of tough. It's kind of heavy, but if I hold it with one hand, watch the torque. So it's got plenty of power to cut through branches. I'm sure I could cut down a small tree with it. I mean, it's not going to do what a real chainsaw will do, but for pruning, it's so valuable because, like I said, I was on the very top of an extension ladder, leaning against a tree, probably 14, 16 feet in the air, with one hand holding on to the ladder and the other hand lopping off branches. That little chainsaw comes in quite handy. Alex, hello. Good to see you, Alex. It will be a protective weapon for you. Yeah. I'll tell you what. That thing is dangerous. If it slips and comes across your skin, forget about it. You're going to be lit wide open. Akasha Grappa, true, but you could get in trouble in the law. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I'm nonviolent, right? I can't stand getting in hassles with people. Physical confrontation. I'm strictly self-preservation. You know what I'm saying? If somebody broke in this house and was chasing me with some kind of weapon, a stick or a bat or something, and all I had was that chainsaw, yeah, we're jousting. And once again, guys, thank you for your persistence when it comes to my stalker taking down your comments and then reposting. I appreciate you. It's really lousy. Non-violent here, but capable of extreme violence in self-preservation. Amen, dude. I'm the same way, right? To have an argument with somebody, exchange words, who cares, right? Sticks and stones may break my bones, but names will never hurt me. I've never gotten physical with anybody just over a verbal altercation. But if you attack me, physically attack me or try to hurt me, that's a whole different situation. I'm 62 years old, no criminal history for a reason. I play by the rules. I live by the letter of the law. I'm no gangster. How can someone remove your comments on your channel? They flag them. I don't know how. I think there's little buttons you push or something, and somebody can flag a comment saying it's inappropriate, and then it has to be reviewed, kind of thing. I've had a lot of hassles with this channel. A lot of hassles. In more ways than one. I've had people blocked off my channel. I don't know how they did that. I've had my gadgets, my phone hacked into. I've had a lot of grief when it comes to this YouTube channel, and not just my YouTube channel either. There are nasty little trolls, including AI bots that are doing this all over YouTube. Yeah, I have no doubt. And because I speak my mind out here and I believe in free speech, you know, YouTube has never liked me. What about family? Don't have any. I got a brother and a daughter, but they don't speak to me because of things I've said in the past when I was angry, and hopefully one day I can mend those fences. It would mean a lot to me, but I don't have any family. People need to get a life, man. Wow. Adam, there you go. LS. Did you fight with your brother? Yeah, we had words, and then I thought we'd patch things up, and then I needed some help. And when I was really sick, I wanted somebody to come out here and jump on a plane with me. And I told my brother I was going to take ivermectin, and he wasn't. He's like, dude, you better know what you're doing. And it just, we had a little difference of opinion, and we haven't spoke since. It wasn't an argument, but it's, the relationship has been strained for a long time, and that's my fault. It's not his fault. I've commented that I like 4 times trying to let you know. Durkin, thank you, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, my troll. Just can't get enough. Hi, Johnny. Michael King's in the house. How you doing? I'm doing okay, man. Arkansas, I'm sorry. Thank you. Tony 420's in the house. What's happening, homie? Good afternoon. Good to see you. Always a pleasure. Here you go, Tony, a little something I was playing with. Talking about what I was up to today. I keep bringing it out. Little Makita chainsaw. Hit the button, light up, and it's ready to go. Johnny was trimming branches today. So I thought I'd plug in and show you guys what I was up to and say hi and have a good conversation with some good folks, you know? You guys always lift my spirits. You really do. Chainsaw Massacre, yeah. Boy, that was a crazy movie. I remember that when that came out. I got one, but it's a hedge trimmer. There you go. That's basically what that's for, little stuff. But I had to put an extension ladder on the side of a tree, and I had to get way up high to get these branches off. I got a guy coming to move that shipping container, and there were some branches hanging down, and he said he's gonna have to bring a big rig in there. And I said I'd knock some branches out of his way, so it was a little sketchy. Yard work, yeah. Trimming branches off of trees today. I want to see that monster truck. If you still have it, next time, can you do a video? Adam, yeah. It's right out the window, as a matter of fact. Oop, 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 oop. Banging a coffee cup into the table. Okay, cool. You got it, Tony. Yeah. Adam, heck yeah. Yeah, it was a little hairy. I mean, I got this, what they call little giant. It's an aluminum foldable ladder, but it's real beefy, real strong. And I had it fully extended. I'm not sure what the overall length is. It's probably 12, 14 feet. And I was up past the top to my waist, hanging onto the tree with one hand and the chainsaw with the other, for a couple of these branches were real high up there. It was a little sketchy. You look like AB. Bobby, no. Never did any time in prison. You're not the first to say it, but no, definitely not. Never been in a gang, never been in a club, construction worker and a biker, but no gangster. Are you a wine lover? No, I don't drink any alcohol. I'm an ex-alcoholic, so I don't drink alcohol. It makes me very angry. No booze. I've seen those, Tony. On an infomercial. Yeah, dude, that little Makita chainsaw really works good, man. It's got a lot of torque. It cuts through those branches like butter, man. I'm very happy with it. I'm glad you got to read my comment. Kind of scary when trying to help and get deleted. It will definitely help you. You can Google it. I will, dude. I'll pick up some pomegranate juice when I go to the grocery store next time. And if it helps, man, God bless you, brother. Thank you for that. It sure can't hurt. Little Giant Ladder, Tony. Yeah, man, I love that thing. It was expensive. It wasn't cheap, but it's very strong. And when you're, that high up in the air, you don't want to be on some rickety ladder. How long were you married? Well, I got married back in I want to say like 1992, and we filed for an annulment within 6 weeks. It was a mistake, but Johnny was Captain Save-A-Ho. I love this girl very much. She was an alcoholic and a drug user. She had a problem with methamphetamine, and, I was trying to save her from herself. So we filed for a divorce, and it never went through. But we always stayed in touch. That's where my 2 dogs came from. And she ended up dying on another man's toilet from alcoholism. So technically, I was married to her until she died, and that was a couple of years ago. So whatever the math is. Tony, nice. What's your favorite meal? Steak. I like me some steak. Tony, oh man, there you go. Adam, oh man, I'm sorry to hear that, bro. No worries. It's all good, Adam. Thank you. Appreciate the kind words. Sorry to hear that. Yeah, no worries. Durkin, God bless you as well, JohnnyO. You're a stand-up guy. Want to see you healthy, man. Truly. Thank you, Durkin. I appreciate that. And I'll pick up that pomegranate juice for sure. I'll remember. Steak, my favorite. Adam, there you go. Tony, thank you. Thank you. And thank you guys for the thumbs up. I appreciate it. And thank you for your patience with my troll. It's lousy that little cowardly people got nothing better to do than mess around in the comment. Tatanka's in the house. Hey, what's up, JohnnyO? I like to see that. At the restaurant, they're always trying to give me A1 steak sauce. I saw them. No thanks. I want to taste the steak. There you go. Here you go, Tatanka. I think I saw something about you doing yard work. I was up on an extension ladder today. Little Makita chainsaw. I'll tell you what, brother. This thing gets the job done, man. I was on top of an extension ladder, leaned against a tree, lopping off branches with that thing. And boy, it kicked my ass. Only had a couple of hours in and I was done. But I'm with you about the A1 steak sauce. I want to taste the steak. A little bit of salt. That's all I like on my steak is a little bit of salt. It brings out the flavor. Okay, I'm going to go now. All right, Joseph, thank you for stopping in. I appreciate you. Oh, it takes 2 batteries to run. Yeah. That's why it's got so much torque. It's a little heavy, and it's built really well. And if I hit it with one hand, watch the torque. It's got quite a bit of power for battery operated. I was really impressed. Really impressed. I don't remember what I paid for it. It wasn't cheap, but it works really well. Really well. Give some reference. That's pretty cool, Tony. I want to work in San Francisco. Give some reference. Well, for me, I was a construction worker in San Francisco. I joined the sheet metal union. I don't know what your skills are, but if you get into a trade, it's a good living. It's hard work, but it's a good living, and I got a pension. If it was a car you need, Wheelie bars. Yeah, wheelie bars on the chainsaw. No doubt, man. That's a good one. Yeah, San Francisco is expensive. You're absolutely right, LS. Union electrician in the house. Adam, there you go. Sparky. That's a good trade. If I had to do it all over again, I'd have rather been an electrician than a sheet metal worker. They physically they don't have to do as heavy a work that I did. I beat up my body pretty bad. The one thing about an electrician, you need to know what you're doing because electricity will kill you and you can't see it. So tag out, lock out, and all that. If somebody doesn't de-energize something and you get zapped, man, it's all over. We call you 10 knockers. Yes, sir. Johnny was a 10 knocker. You're absolutely right, my brother. I love seeing another tradesman in the house. I wouldn't want to be a 10 knocker. Yeah, dude, it was hard work. Like I said, I would have been better off as an electrician. It wouldn't have beat up my body so bad. Yeah. Henry, yeah, I let up. I would come off shore, produce operators, and that's not that hard. Production operator, there you go. Adam, truth, there you go. Akasha, I have done a hotel management. Well, there's a lot of hotels in San Francisco, but San Francisco has changed a lot. A lot of hotels are closed now. You know, the big cities have gone through a lot of changes since all the drama, right? Since, you know, all that nonsense. And then the mayor not prosecuting people breaking in and stealing and all that stuff, and the homeless population. San Francisco's in bad shape right now. But there's a lot of hotels, and if you're into hotel management and you can find work at a hotel, it's a good job. I don't know what it pays, but you know, San Francisco has changed a great deal. Is San Francisco a sanctuary city? Yep, it sure is. It sure is. It's very liberal. That's why it's in the condition it's in. A lot of small businesses have closed. Break-ins and homeless people camped out in front of your business. People don't want to come in because, you know, drug addicts and whatnot. San Francisco's in bad shape, man. And it's not the only city. Almost every major metropolitan city in this country is in bad shape right now. It's awesome to take the time to read every comment. Thank you, JohnnyO. You rock, bro. Durkin, thank you. Yeah, man, I try to. To me, it's just being respectful. If anybody's nice enough to put a comment, I enjoy the interaction. I don't read so good, so it's kind of slow, and you know, I slaughter people's names and whatnot, but I give it my best shot, and I appreciate you saying that, brother. Thank you. Adam, wow, there you go. What's your favorite sports? I used to play a little football when I was a kid, but even that has changed. Sports isn't what it used to be. Sportsmanship, right? Neon Deion Sanders with his Sharpie writing on the goalpost. I just, you know, it became a spectacle. And I quit watching football. And I also used to play a little baseball. So baseball and football would be my two sports. Michael King, I just want to say thank you for all the advice you have given me about becoming a dad. So thank you. Michael King, for your comment. I appreciate that. And it's my pleasure, dude. Like I said, I've made a lot of mistakes in life, and I've learned a couple of things. Getting to be 62 years old, and any wisdom I can pass on is my pleasure, man. Makes me feel good to do a good deed. Tatanka, at least working union, you got something when your body is broke down. Yes, sir. I couldn't agree more, Tatanka. I worked as a roofer most of my life and didn't have Workman's comp. Oh, dude, that's tough. Yeah, workman's comp saved my ass. My right lung collapsed 2 times. My spine was fused. I had 3 knee surgeries. I got bad hearing. My body's beat up, but workman's comp, it got me early Social Security, right? I think I had to retire at 53 instead of 55, and I got a discount. They didn't give me as much as I should have got, but at least I got something. You're right, man. The true was you fall your friend before you hit the ground. At least the union got a pension. Yeah, and insurance. Absolutely. Absolutely. You're so spot on, Tatanka. You know, the what is it? The right to work states like folks in Florida, people busting their ass and there ain't no union, no pension, you know, then you got to save for your own retirement. Henry, yeah, I tell everybody to make sure you get a long time and short term just ability because you can't do without it. There you go. Sorry about the reading, Michael King. It's my first LS. There you go. Talking about his little baby. Amen. Love that baby. That's the best thing you can do is give that baby all the love, 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 love. And no anger. Discipline, but no anger. 2 best things you can do for any child. All the love you can and no anger. Durkin, I second that. I've also got good advice from you with being a foster. Ah, there you go, Durkin. Yeah, foster homes. I've seen a lot in one lifetime, been through a lot. The kids in the house, God bless everybody. What's happening, kid? God bless you as well, Durkin. There you go. Henry, I had to tap out at 47, but a long-term disability taking care of me. There you go. Me too. Permanent disability. I had to go out early. I had to get a lawyer. The sad truth is they changed the workman's comp laws somewhere in the 90s. And with all the stuff that's wrong with me, they're supposed to pay you for those injuries, a dollar figure. And they fucked that all up, man. I would have walked away with a great deal of money, but I didn't get shit. I get a little bit each month, but I paid into that. That's part of Social Security. But as far as a workman's comp settlement, for a collapsed lung, spine fusion, bad ears, bad shoulders, I think I got 37 grand for my injuries, which wasn't shit. I should have got hundreds of thousands underneath the old law, but they changed all that, at least in California. Tatanka. But the union way to go, because when you're finished, you got extra money coming in. Amen, Tatanka. Absolutely. I'd be starving if I didn't join the union. I didn't think about tomorrow. Yeah. You know, Tatanka, that's same for a lot of people, brother. It's hard. Decisions you make as a young man, you say it all the time, will come back and haunt you as an adult. Smoking and chewing tobacco and drinking and, you know, getting a shit job just to get by. And I got lucky. I did. You know, I can't read worth beans. And joining the union, I had to go to school 2 nights a week, 4.5 hours a night for 4.5 years, man. It was rough, on top of working a 40-hour week. So it took a lot of work to get my journeyman's card and to stick it out, but thank God I did. Otherwise, I'd be hurting right now. What's the hardest thing about being a parent? Michael King. Patience. Patience is the hardest thing about being a parent. Little children don't understand what they're doing, and it's easy to get frustrated and angry. if your kid's being disrespectful or crying, and any number of things that a kid can do to irritate you, but you got to be patient. Little children don't understand life. They need you for direction. They need your patience and understanding to go right there with the love. So being patient is the hardest thing about being a parent. Patience is a virtue, right? You'll be tested. It's not all unicorns and rainbows being a parent. It's very hard, but it's very rewarding. When your child does something for the first time, gets potty trained, or learns how to tie their shoes, you're a proud papa, man. So the payoff is huge, but the patience is hard, right? So that's the long answer to a short question. Being patient with your child is the hardest part, and the rest is easy, man. Because they'll do the cutest little things that will put the biggest smile on your face, and you'll feel that love, right? You'll do all right. I can hear it in your questions, man. You got what it takes to be a good parent. And when you're being, pushed, because, terrible twos and all that, and little toddlers don't want to listen, and, it's tough. It's not easy. But you just sit there and realize, hey, man, this is just a little kid. I got to teach them, right? You're the teacher. I might be the teacher now telling you what it takes to be a good parent, but there's going to come a time when you're going to be the teacher for your child. And you can't teach somebody something if you're angry, right? No matter what that little kid does, you can't let your temper get the best of you. You got to stay calm, cool, and collected. Use the proper discipline at the proper time, and teach them how to behave. Teach them how to be good little people, and it'll make your life so much easier. You'll do it. You'll be fine, brother. Your questions are spot on. Tatanka, exactly. In Arizona, I was framing buildings and houses and setting trusses, doing it for, oh, dude, that's brutal work for $8.50 an hour, man. Whew. Henry, yeah, my company still got me on the itch and every, oh, man, I can't read. Company still got me on the inch and everything. I'm gonna lucky one. Sorry, Henry, man, I'm slaughtering that. 2 nights a week, 5 years. I've never forgot those nights. There you go, Adam. Yeah, man, apprenticeship is brutal. It's brutal, but it pays off. It definitely pays off. Tatanka, yeah, I was in foster homes too, and that wisdom is worldly knowledge. The things you can't learn in a book, only enough time on this earth teaches you. Amen, Tatanka. I'm sorry about that reading, but words of wisdom right there, my friend. You can't learn it in a book. Patience. That was the best answer you could have given, bro. Adam, there you go. Patience. Being a daddy, you need to be patient. I think it's hard also because they will become themselves, and parents sometimes don't like that or agree. You're absolutely right, LS. Every child becomes their own little person, and they want independence, right? Especially when they become a teenager and they start to experiment and want to get in trouble. And, that's where patience comes in, and wisdom for the things you went through, and you try to direct them in the right path so they don't duplicate your mistakes. It's not easy, but the more work you do when they're little to gain their trust, the more they're going to listen to you when they get to be a teenager. And some kids listen better than others for sure. But if you smother them in love and they trust you, they're going to listen because they're going to know you got their back. You know, I've seen it many times in foster homes. Some foster kids I was in there with in the system, they were good kids. They had grandparents that helped them, or they had good parents that helped them that maybe died in a car accident or something, and then they got put in a foster home because they didn't have any relatives or something. So not all foster kids were messed up in the head, but I've seen kids on the other end of that spectrum who were abused and they were a train wreck, right? And our friend here talking about what it takes to be a good parent tells me he's going to raise good kids, because he's already trying right now to gain a little insight. So when that baby gets here, he already knows what to do and he's not flying blind. Tatanka, enjoy every second too. Our kids are grown and I'd give anything just to wake up and set on set up on Legos in the middle of the night. I miss all of them. Tatanka, yeah, brother, I know what you mean. They grow up fast. There's no doubt about it. Life doesn't slow down for any of us. Michael King, thank you, Johnny. Thank you, chat. Oh, you're welcome, Michael King. Absolutely. Adam, gotta head out, brother. I'll catch you on the next live. Keep the positive attitude. Thank you, Adam. I appreciate you, man. I'm trying my best. Stiff upper lip and all that. Life's been a challenge for me. You know, I didn't have good parents. Didn't have a dad. And mom was a mess. And it made life hard, right? But I was one of those good kids. I listened, right? I didn't rebel. I was no gangster. I had that work ethic in me. I got that from Grandpa. I had good guidance when I was little. And I had a couple good foster homes that were decent, but I was just a good kid, right? Some kids are born good. Some kids are born not so good. I was a good kid. You know, I always knew right from wrong, and I never wanted to get in trouble. You know, I was that way. I was that kind of person. Even as a little guy, I was very mature for my age. I was forced to grow up fast. You know, for everything I've been through, I got lucky. My brother went to San Quentin and Corcoran. His angry side got him in trouble. And me visiting him in prison kept me out of a lot of trouble. I learned a lot of valuable lessons because of seeing what he went through. And when I was hanging out with some knuckleheads and drinking and they wanted to go do something stupid, I could see my brother in prison. And I could see what I was about to do was going to land me in trouble. And there's no way. So I got lucky, really lucky. Lucky I'm still here. But there's a lot of youngsters out there that don't have direction. And I pray that anybody that sees these videos gets a little something out of it and it helps them. It means a lot to me. Pass on a little bit of wisdom makes me feel good. I didn't have that when I was a kid. I could do anything I wanted when I was a kid. I had no discipline. I used to party with my mom, right? Smoke pot with my mom, and she bought us alcohol when I was in junior high school. That's not a good parent. Life lessons come at a high price sometimes. And if I can pass that on and save somebody some grief, brownie points. When I get to meet my maker, I can hold my head up high and say, I tried, you know? I still got a lot of drama coming my way. Moving out of here and dealing with all the things I got to deal with, I still got a lot of drama coming my way. But it doesn't change me to be a bad person, right? The hard knocks we go through in life that can make you angry and bitter, you're in control of your temper. When I first moved here, it was bad. I was very angry because I didn't know what was going on. I was being played. And I learned the hard way. And when I leave here and I set up shop somewhere else and I make sure there's good people waiting for me when I get there, I'll get to do my little doggy rescue. Or I'll die trying. I've seen the dark side of life. I know what it looks like. But I've also seen the good in people. I just got to find some good ones when I set up shop somewhere so that I'm not this lonely old man. The hardest thing I go through now is being lonely because my dogs aren't here. You don't know how good you got it till it's gone. Sorry, I get. Those dogs changed me. They really did. I wish things would have been different here. But I also wished I had a dad, and I didn't grow up in foster homes. But there's certain things in life you can't change. You can't change what happens to you. You can change what you do because of what happens to you, right? You're in charge of your life, but you can't make other people do what you want them to do. And sometimes they're going to do shit that's going to hurt you. And you're going to have to deal with it the best you can. Sorry. Man. PTSD. You just saw it. Shrinks want to call it dysregulated. But I get triggered. And I get sad. I got all these memories right now. So, even with all my advice about life and whatnot, I got sawdust in my eye. I still struggle every day, right? You guys can see it. You can hear it. And I don't know what happened, but I can feel it right now. I'm very sad. Talking about my dogs. That scar still bleeds, right? It's not some memory of my childhood. It's something that just happened recently. So that wound is very fresh. And it's very hard to check that up. But I don't like coming out here getting busted up. But I'm as real as it gets. I don't bullshit nobody. And I'll never bullshit any of you guys down there. Never. It's starting to let up. Fuck. But when those emotions come on, when you got PTSD like I do, and that sadness comes on you, it's brutal. You can't just flip a switch and turn it off. Anybody that's watched this video for the last, whatever, 5 minutes, you just watched me go through it. That's real, right? Like I said, that scar still bleeds. And I live with this loneliness every day. Tatanka, don't ever apologize for having emotions. Girls got the whole body thing, image, there you go, have to fit, mess with their minds. There you go. Us men got emotional. There you go, Tatanka. I hear you, brother. When the whole man are not supposed to show their emotions. If I don't cry once in a while, I'd climb a clock tower. There you go. Yeah. No, I hear you. I don't embarrass by it because I understand it, and because I think it's important for me when I'm on YouTube to be honest and genuine. If I ever expect to find the right people to help me with the dogs, they need to know who I am. You know, I made the mistake of putting my phone number and email and stuff out here, just trying to be honest. It cost me, right? Trolls and bad people and stalkers and all that shit. But I can't bullshit nobody. And I got no reason to bullshit nobody. And I got no shame to my game. I don't care what other people think about me. So I don't get embarrassed about crying out here. It's part of being broken. I just don't like to rub that off. Because anybody that cares watching me sad makes you feel sad. And then I feel bad for you. I'm very empathetic that way. I feel other people's pain. And so when I'm in pain, I don't like to show it because I don't want other people to feel bad for me. Pride. Anyway. All right, y'all. Well, that kind of took a lot out of me. I'm going to get off the gadget. I need to eat some food. I got some cleaning up to do. I just wanted to come out and, on a lighter note, share off the gadget and share my day with you good folks. Tomorrow's not promised to any of us. And what you do today will affect you tomorrow. Whether it's a good job with a pension or raising a good child so that you don't have some teenager running amok. What you do today will affect your tomorrow. So having said that, go do a kind act for a stranger and see what happens tomorrow. See how you feel. Go to your local dog shelter and go take a dog for a walk and see how that makes you feel the next day. I bet you're going to want to go do it again. Give a homeless person something to eat and see how that makes you feel. I bet you're going to do it again. A kind act for a stranger, kind act for a dog. What does that do for you? You'd be surprised. Being empathetic and compassionate to other people and animals, it's food for the soul. And with what's going on in the world right now, we need it. I don't think anybody can deny that. So, on that note, get off the gadget. Much love and respect as always. Love the ones that love you back. Do your very best with the rest. There's plenty of shitheads out there to throw you under the bus, trust me. But it doesn't change who you are. All you good misfits down there in the comment section saying nice stuff, you're good people, man. You're good people, and I love you, and I appreciate you. And I thank you all very much for all your love and support, and your thumbs up. It means a lot to me. And your patience with my trolls taking down your comments in the comment section, thank you for your perseverance. All right, y'all. Have a beautiful day. Johnny loves you. Peace.